Welcome to Matchday Live. Listen, it's our last home game of 2024 and we are signing off in style because today I'm going to be around the ground and I'm going to be giving some fans some unique opportunities, and also for you guys at home. We are going to be going to the City store and we're going to be offering fans the chance to win a signed Manchester City squad shirt. We're also going to be giving out loads of food vouchers and match tickets for a game in 2025. And for you watching at home throughout the show, there's going to be an opportunity for you to win something special signed by our number 10, Jack Grealish. But for now, we're going to head to the studio. The link is going to be live down below in the description. It's mancity.com/FG Santa. You're going to be voting to see who wins. But what a special episode. Let's go.
A very good morning and happy Christmas to those celebrating. Welcome to Matchday Live. Welcome to a very foggy and misty Etihad Stadium. It is setting the stage for what is sure to be a Boxing Day cracker as we welcome Everton to the Etihad Stadium. My name is Cel Spellman and it is an absolute treat to be joining you and build up to this all-important Premier League fixture. And what a treat I've got, because in the studio I've got Paul Dickov and Steve Howie next to me. Gents, good morning, happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Thank you very much, Steve. Paul, any Christmas Day stories that you can share on air, or are they all for off camera?
No, it was pretty boring actually.
Okay.
Yeah, just a nice chill day in the Dickov household, bit of food. Getting old now, fell asleep for an hour after my Christmas dinner. Then a couple of drinks last night, bit of Gavin and Stacey in bed.
There we go.
Pretty boring, isn't it?
I don't know. It's growth.
Yeah. I'll make up for it though.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. We'll have maybe one or two. Hopefully we'll be celebrating a little bit later on. And Steve, how was it in the Howie household as well?
All good. Very quiet. Had the in-laws around and stepkids, so a big meal. But I was actually in bed at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
But the dog got me up at 1:30.
Okay.
And then went back to bed and got up at 5 o'clock. And then that was me up and then came down here.
And there we are. Well, what an absolute pleasure it is to have you both in the studio. We'll bring you team news in just a second. Gents, we don't need to point out the obvious. We're in uncharted territory. Not the greatest run of form. Do you feel today could be a perfect opportunity to, I don't know, put the last 2 months behind us and try and kick on into the new year?
Yeah, I hope so, Kel. But without being derogatory, I think we've been saying that for the last sort of 3 or 4 games now, that this is going to be the game that we're going to kick on.
Yeah.
I did see signs in the Villa game, especially first half, maybe apart from the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But the first half, I thought we looked good. We looked half a yard sharper than what we have done. Great to see Phil back and scoring in the game as well. Then second half. Was a bit disappointing again, but Boxing Day games are special, Steve, aren't they?
They are.
We were talking before. We used to love playing the games on Boxing Day. The atmosphere, I think the fans love it as well.
Yeah.
And with it being at home, hopefully the lads can go out and pull out a result today. And there's so many games coming up as well that I'm sure once we get that first win, we'll go and smash a few out.
Lovely stuff. Right, well, let's get straight into it then. Let's bring you the big news of today. This is our Boxing Day starting 11. Ortega in between the sticks for us. Then we move to our defence. Rico Lewis, ever present this season. Manuel Akanji is in the central defence alongside Nathan Ake. Always great to see him back in the team. And Gvardiol completes the back four. Moving into midfield then. Kovacic comes into the fold. Obviously been away for a few weeks, but he's back. That man, he's always back and ready. Bernardo Silva captains the side today. Then we have Savinho playing over on the right-hand side. Phil Foden, we think, but we'll discuss it, in the middle there with Bernardo and Kovacic. Doku out on the left-hand side. And to complete the 11, Erling Haaland. Now, he does love a goal against Everton, so let's hope that streak continues. Steve, first thoughts on that starting 11, please.
It's a good team.
It's a good team.
It is a good team. I mean, we're talking about the results lately and the lack of wins, but there's still been very good teams that the managers put out there. And I think you talk about, is it lack of confidence? I think if you sit in the dressing room and you look to your left and to your right and you see who you're playing with, when you look around the dressing room, you've got to be so happy with the calibre of player. But I still think it's a good team. I think we spoke earlier. Everton have picked up some 2 decent results. The last 2 results, keeping the clean sheet in both of them against Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I can't see them keeping the clean sheet today, I have to be honest. I think, having Doku and Savinho there, I think they're going to cause problems. They are a nightmare for full-backs because they are direct. But we'll be looking at the final ball. Can they supply Erling Haaland with with the supply that he's desperate for. And obviously when you give him that supply, he scores goals. So I think Phil will just play in front of the two midfield. And as Dickie said, you know, with him getting the goal against Aston Villa, that will give him a boost, and hopefully he can get another 1 or 2 today.
Yeah. Paul?
That's a very attacking team, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's been a while since we've seen obviously 2 wide players.
Yes.
And then 2 attacking midfielders. I know Bernardo might sit slightly deep, but we fill in there as well. So it looks as if they're going to go for it. Great to see Nathan Ake back as well. I think whenever he's played since he came into the club, he's been outstanding.
Yeah.
And Manu Akanji, you know, more minutes under his belt after being out injured. But it's the same old. You know, we'll talk about. I think Kevin was on the bench again, but Jack been out, Kyle been out, John Stone's been out. They don't seem to get any consistency in the team, you know. And
no.
Me and Steve were actually talking way earlier, saying that when you come back from injury, Kel, as a player, you rely on your other 9 or 10 teammates because you're not up to speed to get you up to speed for maybe a couple of games, and you can maybe have 1 or 2 in the team that happens to. But we've been playing with 5, 6, 7 players that aren't quite fully fit. They're either playing with little niggles or they're coming back from injury.
Yeah.
And it takes time for you to get into that rhythm again. But every time we seem to get into that rhythm, somebody else gets injured or has a knock or has an illness again, and it's so difficult. People will say they're top class players, and they are top class players, but when you've been out for a while, you need a rhythm back in your game again, and they've been struggling to get it because it's 1 game in, 2 games out, or 2 games played, then maybe somebody else is out again. But hopefully today, you know, the team has said super attacking lineup. I like the look of it. Yeah,
I really like the look of it. I mean, Everton have been keeping clean sheets, as you say, but with that team, hopefully not today. On that, gents. I think even Enzo Maresca, obviously the Chelsea coach, but also knows this team so well, he says not only have they been hampered by injuries, but half the time the players starting haven't also been 100% fit. Do you think sometimes fans, we forget that, you know, when we're seeing Bernardo Silva play every game, Akanji, I mean, he picks up a knock, still comes into the fold, that not only are we suffering with the injuries, but we're suffering that we can't get a completely fit first 11 onto the pitch. I don't think that's probably happened, if you ask Pep, probably not happened once this season.
No, I mean, I'll go back to maybe my own playing time. I think all the games that I played was 100% fit. I might have played a handful of games 100% fit. There's always something going on. Sometimes you can cope with it, sometimes you can't, but eventually it does kind of take its toll. And I think this is what the problem has been, and Dickie's absolutely spot on. It is a case of, you know, you've got 3, 4, 5 players coming in that are just trying to feel the way.
Yeah.
And in the Premier League, we know the Premier League's the toughest league, the best league, but the toughest league in the world. And you play against any team. You know, if you've got 3, 4, 5 players that's just not quite at it, you're not going to win the games. No. And I think that's just what's been proven. No matter how good the players are, they just haven't been able to get into that rhythm.
And I guess as well, and Pep's made a point of this as well, we know how important the work off the pitch is. Feels like these players haven't even probably had many training sessions this season. And as a player, what's that like when you're coming into a game and maybe you've only had, you know, a day on the treatment table, maybe a 15-minute run around with a sparse 6 players? You're not really going to be able to do much in preparing for that next opponent, I'm guessing.
They're all different, Kel. Everybody's as an individual. For me, when I played, I had to train, or try and train at my maximum every single day.
Yeah.
You know, I remember Mark Hughes was at Blackburn, he wouldn't let me do shooting on a Friday. He was like, you've done enough. But for me personally, I'd done that since I've been 16 years old. So for me to get right for the Saturday, I had to train on a Friday the way I would want to play on a Saturday. Other players would feel their way in, wouldn't they? Other players might only need 15 minutes in the training ground. So it's purely an individual thing, but when you've got, Steve saying it, but when you've got so many that's either been injured or playing not quite fit, it's so difficult to get any consistency in your performances.
It really is. We can even see on the bench as well today. I mean, I think bar Scott Carson, Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan, all academy players. Great experience for them, but just shows, you know, that we are suffering with the injuries at the moment. I wanted to bring in Kovacic. He was a player that he'd picked up a knock. I think he was out for around 4 weeks, came on against Villa. Gundogan's been so present in that role. I think, you know, at times maybe has struggled a little bit. What do you think Kovacic will be able to bring into that mid-holding role today, Steve?
Well, he does. I mean, he's one of the best at it. You know, he's one of these players that he disrupts play, he breaks it up, but he's also got the capabilities to create stuff as well. I think, you know, some people might probably give him the credit that he deserves. I think he's a top player, and you don't play for the clubs that he's played for by not being a very good player and being very, very good at his job. and he doesn't tend to let the team down. You know, he's one of these players that, you know, yes, there's injuries and stuff like that, but you always know what you're going to get from him. And I'm sure we'll get that today as well.
It's a big midfield for the Everton team. You've got Idris Guy in there, you've got Mangala in there, also Decore in there. I'll bring the Everton team news a little bit later on. It's quite a big, strong, fast midfield three in comparison to maybe our smaller in Phil and Bernardo. That's going to be quite an interesting matchup, I think, Paul.
It will be, but you know, we've got really good technical players. Said Phil and Bernardo. Kovacic technically is fantastic as well. So maybe that might be Pep's thinking in there. You know, they're sort of sharper, smaller players and against it. They're big lads in there, but be interesting how Everton do set up today, because you know, the Arsenal, the Chelsea's game, everything else they've sat back and been really hard to beat. But we've seen teams have been coming here recently and been smelling blood a little bit and actually going for it. And I know that's not Sean Dyche's style all the time, and there's nothing against that. But I just think from a footballing point of view, our midfield three against their three could give us a little bit of edge in there. Yes, they're going to have energy. I like Decore, I like Idris Gueye, but you know, they're players that can sometimes not have a rush of blood to head, but they want to win the ball back that much that they go chasing all the time, and that might allow us the space in there with their technical ability.
There was also just a quick, I think, stat on Everton where I think their average pass completion is around 72%. So it works out they give away a ball every fourth pass, which probably leans into City's hands a little bit as well, hoping that us dominate the ball and control it, which we've struggled to do at times this season.
Yeah, but we're going to have to look after second balls today. So you know, Sean's a great guy and done an unbelievable job, but they will look to go longer a lot. Whether it be Broha, whether it be Calvert-Lewin, I don't know if he's fit. Chimiti can come in as well. But Beto, the other big lad up front, so they do look to go a bit longer. So it's important that we pick up the second balls in midfield, and that probably tells you a story that when they do go longer, if the centre forward's not going to hold it up, that the ball does a quick turner over it, and we're at our best picking up second balls and hitting teams when they're trying to come at us.
Straight away. Lovely, gents. Right, we'll get more Everton team news in just a second, but if you missed the start of the show, FG is playing the role of Santa, of course. This is our Boxing Day special, so we've had him around the stadium. We've also had him around Manchester, giving Manchester City fans to win the chance of some awesome Man City prizes.
Hello, welcome back to the City Store. As you can see, I'm joined by 3 Manchester City fans. This is a very special challenge, all right? They've got whiteboards in their hands. We're giving them 90 seconds to draw a current Manchester City first-team player of their choice. And you guys at home are going to vote for the winner. The winner of this gets a signed shirt, all right? We've got Lenny here from France, we've got Zach from Australia, and we've got Matthew from Belfast. So we're nice and international in the City Store, nice and early. First things first, Zach.
Yeah.
All the way from Australia, did you think you'd be drawing a Manchester City player in the store before the game today?
Yeah, to be honest, that was not my idea for what I was going to be doing here, but you know what, I'm happy to do it. Bit of fun, so.
And Lenny, have you got an idea? Which Manchester City player are you going to draw?
Foden.
Phil Foden. And what about you? Who are you going to draw?
Jack Grealish.
Right, I feel like what we should do is we should get the timer started, all right? You've got 90 seconds. I want full concentration. I'm going to be trying to speak to you whilst you do it. You guys ready? He's got his pen out already. Look, he's already ready at the whiteboard. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, okay, we're starting off with a lot of circles. This man's doing hair over here. That's pretty interesting. You guys at home are going to vote for this, all right? It's going to be on mancity.com/FG Santa. That's pretty cool. I've got my own link online, all right? Interesting. Right, talk me through this one, Zach.
Look, I thought I'd go with Grealish because distinctive hair and whatnot, so I'm trying to get that done, but let's see how it goes.
Well, now Jack Grealish is going to feel when he sees these drawings. Well, who are you going for on this side?
Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish as well. All right. Lenny's going for Phil Foden on that side. And I think he could be a bit of an artist, you know. You're doing really, really well. Right, how are we doing for time? How are we looking for time? We've got 1 minute left, all right? So now's the part where you've got to put the facial features on. This is... Oh, he's drawn a beard as well here. Have you started again? You're doing well, mate. Don't worry. All right. Don't you worry, mate. This is for a chance to win a signed shirt, okay? Right, Zach, talk me through it.
You know, I'm pretty much done. I'm just up to the beard now. So we're trying to get that done, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, well, an artist straight from Australia. All right, how are you doing on this side?
Keep
going. Keep going. You've got 20 seconds. Keep going. I love it. I love the passion here. Lenny's looking good. Lenny, yours is looking really good. How you feeling? Good?
Good.
Nice and calm. Collected all the way from France. I absolutely love it. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pens down. All right, first things first. Before we reveal it, well, you're laughing. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Right, yeah, it's good. Hey, he's an artist. All right, listen. I want you guys to reveal your drawings, but we're going to do it individually, all right? Lenny, let's see your drawing of Phil Foden towards the camera. Okay, you know what? It's not bad. He's got the hair. He's got the straight line in the hair. He's got the eyebrow slit as well, look. A little eyebrow slit. It's like Picasso, that. Love it. Right, next up, all the way from Australia. This picture of Jack Grealish.
You're laughing.
Look, let me tell you, right, Jack will be so happy with that beard. That is a sensational beard. I like the hair as well.
Yeah, I think I've done him nice. I'll see how he feels there.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, let's see how the people who are watching this, you can vote on this from tomorrow, all right? And finally, another Super Jack Grealish on this side. Talk me through it.
I just didn't know what I was doing at all.
Bad hair day, was it?
Yeah.
He has actually written as well, City, come on. And that's what you hear Jack say. Listen, over to you guys now, all right? We've got a signed shirt for one of you guys, but the power is in your hands. Please vote for who you think is the best.
mancity.com/FG Santa is where you can go to cast your vote, and there's going to be a few other competitions that you can cast your vote on as well. So please do get involved in that and help these City fans win some awesome City prizes. So we're here at the Etihad Stadium. The pitch and the stage is all set. I'm sure we'll see the goalkeepers walking out there in just a moment. Brought you the City starting 11. Let me bring you how Everton are lining up today. Chosen by Sean Dyche, of course. We've got Pickford in goal. Then we have Coleman, who captains his side. What a professional he is. Tarkowski, Branthwaite and Michaelenko are at the back. Then we have a midfield three of Mangala, Idris Gueye and Decore. And then a forward three, Ndiaye, Jack Harrison, of course, formerly of City. And then Calvert-Lewin completes their starting 11 subs there on the right-hand side. Steve, some good plays in there, and a team that, as we know, have kept 2 clean sheets in their last 2 games. What do you make of that starting 11 today from an Everton point of view?
It's a decent team.
Yeah.
You know, you've got some good individual players, but as I said earlier, you know, the working as a team seems to have worked from the last couple of games. In tough games against Chelsea and Arsenal, managed to keep a clean sheet as well. I mean, lots been said about Braithwaite. You know, can they keep a hold of him? Obviously, I think the other one was Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
It was all about trying to keep him fit because he's a good player and he's a handful in the air, good touch. But they're going to be big, they're going to be aggressive, they're going to be physical. That's how they'll set up, and I'm pretty sure Sean will be saying exactly the same as well. I mean, we'd mentioned about City's midfield, and he'd be sort of saying to his players, you know, get into them, leave your foot in there, make it a horrible afternoon for them. I just think the cleverness and the cuteness of City players will probably can oversee that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's a good team. They are going to be dangerous from set players because they're a big unit.
Yeah.
But I just think, you know, if City can start nice and bright and kind of pin them in a little bit, I think, you know, straight away they'll be thinking this could be a long afternoon, early afternoon. But Sean will be talking to them and sort of saying, listen, they're a club in crisis at the moment with the results. Let's go and give it a go. So I think they'll be coming here a lot more positive than they would have been in the past.
Yes.
But having said that, my gut feeling tells me it's going to be a City win. And you'll just take any kind of win, really, just to get them wins going again.
Yeah, which we know is so important to trying to, you know, take us out this little bit of a rut we find ourselves in. Ever present there, Pickford. Just wanted to mention as well, speaking on the defence, Paul, and you pointed it out, Ashley Young is suspended. So Coleman has come in and is obviously captain in the side, but he's going to have a tricky day against Jeremy Doku, we think.
Yeah, yes. Look, Seamus Coleman's been unbelievable professional servant over the last, must be nearly 20 years now.
Yeah.
But, you know, Jeremy Doku has been looking as if he's starting to find a bit of form again. And even on the other side, you know, Sabinho up against Michaelenko. But I think both full-backs and both wide players are going to be interesting today. Obviously, they've got Ndiaye and Jack Harrison who are a threat.
Yes.
But so, yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think Seamus Coleman might have a bit of a tough day today. Yeah.
You mentioned as well, obviously, the 2 wingers there. Jack Harrison, former City player, he did score against us last season. Then we can bring you that goal now. I think, you know, he had his couple spells at Leeds, didn't he? And now at Everton. It was tricky, this one. great player on the right-hand side, but I did also want to point out, and you mentioned him, I really think the standout player for Everton this season, I've got a mate who's an Everton fan, Luke, and raves about Ndiaye and the spark that he is on that left-hand side.
He is, and he's been without a doubt a standout player this season. I know that more recently they've picked up more results, but they're struggling at the start of the season. He was the one player that really stood out, quick, clever, direct, could score a goal, can assist a goal as well. So yeah, we're going to have to really look out for him today, because I think he's a really good player.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
As is Jack Harrison. You know, Jack's done super well. You know, coming from New York City into the environment here.
Yes.
Really stepped up, and then obviously got his move to Leeds where he's done well. But being an ex-City player, I hope he doesn't do that well today.
Yeah, no, you've had your goal against your former team, so it's done there.
You're done now.
With Everton maybe sitting back, we obviously know that might suit City a little bit, but that does leave them to maybe counter, particularly with the likes of Ndiaye and Harris. That has been a slight Achilles heel, so something that we also have to be aware of today with this Everton team as well from a defensive point of view.
Yeah, I think it's all about communication.
Yeah.
I think we've seen recently there just seems to be like that one ball over the top, and you know, players running in, and obviously communication's vital there, because look, you could leave one-on-one because they're good enough to be one-on-one, but at the same time, you know, you've still got to be aware of the runners, and is the person that I'm picking up, is he quick? Is he going to outdo me for pace? You know, you wouldn't have thought somebody like Ake or Akanji, they're going to run them. But at the same time, it's just about being focused. You know, not getting caught up in the game, because sometimes players can be watching the game and they're really just watching the game. They're not concentrating on where the man is. So as long as they can do that, I do think that is their plan. It's the counter-attack, and when they counter-attack, they want to do it in numbers, and they've got people that's fit enough and quick enough to get up the pitch as well. So, as I said, it's all about communication and being switched on.
And also, when we talked about as well, you know, winning these second balls, if they are going to maybe play that longer ball, if they are sitting back a little bit more and making sure that it's a City shirt that wins that, is that just also a bit of commitment and guile and want for that ball, making sure that City win it rather than Everton? Because we've missed that a little bit, I feel, in the last few games.
We have done, but it's anticipation as well. It's, you know, if the ball's going up to Calvert-Lewin and Nathan or man who's going to attack it, the players around them have to anticipate that they're not going to win it, you know, and be ready, because they'll have energy in there, especially with Decore, that look to do that. And you know, I've played against Sean for years and managed against his team for years as well, and they pride themselves on getting the ball up there, but then winning the second ball, and then pushing the teams back from there. So it's going to be important, I think. Kovacic, with his experience today, maybe just with having Phil and Bernardo in front of him or alongside him, maybe just sit in a little bit more today and look to pick up the second balls. And it's about getting bodies around as the ball's going up there, and make sure you get bodies around the centre half and look to pick the balls up. And then concentration levels is massive, as Steve said there. You know, when we've had that much of the ball and it does break down, it's as if we're watching the game and expecting our attacking players to go and do something, and then when it breaks down, they're then sort of thinking, oh no, I have to go in. It's you know, that's a centre half. You've got to expect that to come.
I mean, I think as well, what I'd like to see is, which I haven't seen for a bit, is nastiness. Yeah. Just being horrible. I think sometimes, look, we want your team to play and be attractive and nice football, lovely to watch. Sometimes fans and players, your teammates, when one of your teammates, you know, makes a really good challenge, and sometimes it mightn't be fair, but it just gives your team a lift, rather than being a little bit too sort of, oh, he's fouled our player, okay, let's just get on with it, sort of getting around everybody and sort of saying, hey, boys, we need to start leaving our foot in here. I mean, not like nasty, not to hurt somebody, but just be sort of saying, listen, we're not going to get pushed around, we're not going to be bullied, this is our ground. And we need to impose ourselves.
It sets an example to everybody else. Steve said, it doesn't just get your teammates going, it gets the crowd going as well.
Is it also as well even more important, and this is what I've picked up a little bit on the shows in the last kind of couple of months from you guys, and I think even Rico's talked about in Gundogan, as that because it feels like everything is going against us, and when something does go against us, it's just like, oh, well, that's just where we're at, rather than being like, all right, well, let's just try and force the hand a little bit, you know, whether it is doing that press that maybe you didn't need to do, or that little bit of guile, or, as you say, a little bit of nastiness, just to try and make the luck turn for you rather than waiting for it to change.
Yeah, it's making things happen. And, you know, and you do, we've been there many a time, but, you know, when things aren't going for you, it seems to happen every single game, but it just takes one little thing to turn it around. I know we've been saying that for a few weeks, but hopefully today, it might be a little bit of luck, might be a decision, might be somebody going and not smashing somebody because you can't do
But
that.
doing a Paul
yeah,
Dickov, maybe.
yeah, well, no.
Yeah, that, you can't get away with that now. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
If you want to get sent off, you can do that
Within
one.
reason, yeah.
Just a little thing that's going to get everybody going again, getting the fans up behind them as well, and it just takes that. It could be one silly little thing that can turn it all around.
Lovely stuff. Really enjoyed that chat, gents. Right, tell you what else I've been enjoying. FG playing Santa as part of our Boxing Day show. And now he's outside the Etihad Stadium. He's down at the blue carpet, which is where, if you ever come to the Etihad, that's where you can go and wait outside and watch the team bus arrive and the first team players make their way into the stadium. He's with two young Manchester City fans with an awesome prize for one of them. And I believe one of them flew over on Christmas Day from Ireland to be here. FG, what have you got for us?
Well, FG here with Danny and Wingman. Right, you can see that I've got two boxes in front of me. This is Blue Box. A Blue Box segment which is very, very important for these two younger men right now because the power is in the hands. I'm going to give the power to you, by the way, Danny. Nothing personal, Wingman. But essentially, in one of these boxes, there is going to be something which is in the box which allows one of these people to be a mascot for today's game, all right? I mean, the thing is, we don't know what's in what box. There's only one piece of paper in two boxes, okay? So it's up to you to convince him to swap the box or keep the box, all right?
I've got a very honest face, me,
I mean,
FG.
look, I don't know who I'd rather back. I mean, first things first, you've got the opportunity to be a mascot, but unfortunately, the power's in Danny's hands. Are you feeling confident?
He's happy with that, aren't you? You're happy? You missed it. He made me and Natalie a poster with our faces on. And a picture of us both. There it is. Look at that. You've never had one of them, have you?
Oh,
no, you haven't. Right, what's your name?
Jack.
Where you from, Jack?
Dublin.
Dublin. And Jack was telling us a few minutes ago that he flew over on Christmas Day to be here today for this game. Give Jack a round of applause because that is dedication. And if anybody in this area here deserves to win the mascot, it's Jack.
Well, I mean,
I'm struggling with that a bit, Danny, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know about you, FG, but I couldn't see myself or yourself on that poster. So I'm rooting for this man over here, to be honest with you. What's your name?
Arthur.
Arthur. And where are you from?
My dad's called Arthur.
His dad's called out. Danny, let's make it about Arthur, if that's all right. Arthur, are you excited, mate? You want to be a mascot today?
Yeah, definitely.
Me and you are gonna win this. Look at Danny's eyes there. We can see through them, and we're gonna do it, FG. FG, we're gonna win it.
I mean, there's a bit of tension here. Listen, I want to ask the people in the audience who they think's going to win, and I'm going to. This is a popularity contest, by the way. All right. So listen, first things first. Make some noise if you think Team Wingman are going to win this. Oh.
All right.
That was just his mum.
Wow.
Over there.
Wow.
Mrs. Wingman. We loads
Wow.
of Mrs. Wingman.
All right. Then what about Team Danny? Do we think Team Danny's going to win?
Wow.
Wow.
Decent.
All right. Well, listen, no pressure, pal.
Decent.
A lot of
Happy
people
with
are
that.
backing you.
Crikey.
First things first. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Have a look in your box. Have a chat with your partner. Just give us a little spin round this way.
Turn round. We can't look.
And
Yeah.
All right. You've got it in your head, yeah?
And we'll
Okay.
see. Right. So you know what's in your box?
Yeah. I told you we were going to win, didn't I? Told you we were going to
Right.
win.
Okay. Feeling confident. Okay. Give you a few seconds to speak about it. Negotiations start from now.
Right, okay. What we're saying. What did that say in there? Tell Nige, because you wouldn't lie, would you?
Winner.
It says winner, Nige.
Winner,
He wouldn't
okay.
lie. He's from Ireland. They never lie in Ireland.
Do you think it does say winner in there, or do you reckon it says winner in our box? Our box, okay. So
He's
you're
wrong, innit?
thinking
He's wrong.
we
We're the
should
winners.
keep our
Get
box.
ready to get that new kit on later on when you walk out with the players, because this box is the winning box, innit, Jack?
I think he's a liar, though,
It
to
is.
be honest with you. So I'm going with you in this one. I think this is the winning box, but it's down to Danny, and Danny's
Told you,
saying
I knew
that's the
they'd-
winner.
I knew they'd fall for it, mate. I knew
Danny,
they'd fall
deep
for
down though, would you love it if we pick this box?
it. Okay, right. 30 seconds is up,
Yeah,
I reckon.
time
We're
is
in and
up.
around
Okay,
it. So,
right. First things first. How you feeling on this side?
What are you thinking? How are you feeling? Are you confident that it's this one?
well, we're letting Nige choose, apparently, so that's even worse for you, mate. Sorry.
He's pretty sure it's this one, but he's not so sure.
Oh, you're wrong, mate.
Do you
It's
reckon we go for this one
one.
for the winner, or go for this one for the winner? It is your decision. We're going to go for this one, okay?
You're going to keep your box.
We're going to keep our box. We're going to go winner this side.
Okay, right.
For the mascot win.
This
Come
is
on,
to be
fingers
a
crossed.
mascot for today's game
Fingers
against
crossed.
Everton. Open up your box then, Wingman. Let's see what's inside it.
Here we go.
And let's reveal.
Here we go.
Oh,
Wounded.
box is empty.
High five, Jack.
Right, okay, let's give a round of applause for Jack, who'll be our mascot for today's game. But of course,
Let's just prove it, by the way, FG.
Yeah,
no cheating going on. It says
It says
winner
winner in
in
the
there. We did tell him. They didn't listen. I said to you right at the beginning, I've got a very honest face. People in Ireland never lie. And I was truthful with all that night, but you just didn't listen to me.
Well, okay, listen, of course, in true Manchester City fashion, we're not going to let this young man
No
go
way.
empty-handed, are we? How would you like to go and get involved in the team photo for today?
Okay.
That sounds good. You'll be on the pitch with the players, having a team photo with all the City players. Right, listen, he's deep down, like he's really excited. He's proper buzzing. He just doesn't like to show it with his emotions. Give us a big "Come on, City!" Shout "Come on, City!" and you can go on that pitch today.
Come on, City.
That'll
was
do.
That was
Well
loud.
done, mate.
That
Well
was
done.
loud.
It was
Bloody
Very
loud.
loud.
Jack, you are going to be a mascot today. How are you feeling, mate?
Good.
Is it worth getting up on Christmas Day and flying all the way over here to watch this game? To now, not just watch the game, you're going to walk down that tunnel with one of the players and you're going to come out at the Etihad Stadium. How excited are you?
Good.
Are we going to win?
Yes.
What score?
3-0.
3-0. We're going to win 3-0, apparently. 3-0. Jack's the man. Good lad. Well done.
Well, congratulations to both of you, and thank you guys for that. We'll have to run that back another time, but
Nigel let you down, by the way. Yeah,
No, I
Nigel let you
didn't.
down.
it was Wingman's fault. But listen, congratulations. That's the end of Blue Box.
That's it.
Thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you, gents. Thank you, FG, as well. And listen, because it's Christmas, both winners there. One of them, the lad who flew all the way in from Dublin on Christmas Day, going to be a mascot. And then the other lad will get a picture with the first team on the pitch as well. So they're both going to be down there very soon. Actually, just looking behind me, we can see our goalkeepers going to warm up. Interesting, actually, we'll probably start there. Stefan Ortega, obviously in the sticks. Edison, I think, is injured, not fully fit anyway, so not even on the bench. We have one of our other young keepers on there as well. But, I mean, as shot stoppers go, and we saw it in that Villa game, Steve. We can look at them here. He's done some massive saves for us in between the sticks. I think, for me, I mean, it's hard to call him a number 2, really, but I think we've got the best 2 choices of keepers, and what a keeper we have here in Ortega.
Yeah, well, let's be honest, if he's at any other club, he's number 1.
Agreed.
I mean, that save is incredible. I think the goal line technology was showing you over to you. I mean, wow, how close is that? Wow. I mean, not only is it a good save, but for me, it's just a reaction. It's instinctive, and it's, I mean, normally with a lot of goalkeepers, that's past you before you even move. And yet he seems to anticipate it and pulls out a wonder save. I mean, we all know the save against, was it Son?
Yeah.
That season. I mean, that goes down as probably an iconic save, really. But top goalkeeper, very good distribution. And as I said, he's number 1 anywhere else.
Yeah, and Pep's turned to him a few times this season, especially with just trying to mix it up a little bit. Must give the defence confidence as well, and you'll know, knowing that if you've got an Edison behind it, but if you've got an Ortega where you see his one-on-one ability and shot-stopping ability is as good as it is, does that help give confidence to the defence as well?
Massively. I mean, I didn't like it when we change goalkeepers all the time, because you are comfortable with the goalkeeper. You know what his movements are. You know if he shouts keepers, he's coming for it.
Yeah.
You know, the times I've played with goalkeepers and you didn't know where you were, and that just puts so many doubts in your head. You're thinking, he's shouting keepers, and he's not there.
Yeah.
And then he shouts keepers, and then he shouts away, and you're like, are you winding me up?
And yours mine's away shouting.
Yeah, what's good? That's keepers away. You're like, make your mind up. I mean, obviously a lot of other words were said at that particular time, but there's nothing worse because you've got doubt. And then at times when he shouts keepers, you're thinking, I've got to go for it because of what he's just done, and then you end up clattering into each other. Ball sometimes dropped and there's goals conceded, but there's nothing better from a defender's point of view when you're super confident with the lad that you've got behind you.
It's also great to see that Ortega a few weeks ago got his first call up to the German national team, thoroughly deserved. Moving to the other side of the pitch, Paul, been some interesting comments after the Villa game. One from the main man himself, Erling Haaland, being very self-critical, saying that he should be doing better and he should be doing more. Pep then saying as well, actually we need to be doing more to find him and give him service. Following probably more that train of thought, what can City be doing to try and help him? Because obviously the big man's number speaks for himself. Not had many recently, but yeah, just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I think he's fantastic. Him saying that he can still get better, I would take that with a pinch of salt, because after he scored 50 odd goals in his first season, he was still coming out then saying he can still get better. Last season, when he won the Golden Boot again, people were asking him, can he do any more, and he's saying, I want to improve. And that's the one big thing about him. We can talk about his goal scoring record, his physique, how quick he is, but his mentality is so strong. You know, he wants to get better all the time. And he's come out there. He's always going to get asked questions when he does. I mean, he goes 2 games without scoring, and it's a crisis.
Yeah.
And people are asking what's going on. So he's sticking up for his teammates there, because he hasn't been getting the service, and he's maybe deflecting away from that point a little bit. But the one thing for sure is if he gets chances, he's going to score goals. And you know, I still watch him even on this so-called bad run that he's on. His movement's fantastic. He's always playing in the shoulder. He's always occupying 2 centre halves, sometimes 3 centre halves, which is making space for other players. He's always coming in short with a look to go in behind. He's always going in behind to come and get it to feet, and he doesn't stop. Even if his confidence is lower, he's not scoring goals, he's not getting chances. Yeah, he looks a frustrated figure at times, but that's centre forwards for you, isn't it? Because the one who scores goals. If you're not scoring, and I think there's something wrong with him if he's not like that. But he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and eventually, especially with the talent and creativity we've got on the pitch today, that he will get his chances. And as we all know, when he gets his chances, he puts them away.
It's probably indicative of the run that we are on. But I mean, some mad stats, and I know it's given in this bad patch for him, but he's had no shots on target in the last 3 games, and in those 3 games, only completed 18 passes. So how much of that is trying to get him more involved, and then how much is it as well that could he be, obviously, as you're saying, from the attacking point of view, you seeing that's what a striker should be doing. But as far as maybe trying to be involved in the game more, is there any more he could do for that, and what more could City be doing to help him?
Actually, at the start of the season, Kel, I thought he'd improved so much in holding the ball up. The one thing, maybe the previous 2 seasons, that you couldn't criticise him, was pointed up that when the ball came up to him, it didn't stick enough. I think he's brought that into his game a little bit. But I think that they are saying, what is it, 18 passes or 18, that shows you in 3 games we're not getting the ball to him enough.
Yes.
You know, so if anything else, and I'm pretty sure that they'll be working on how to get Erling in the game a lot more, because he's, as a number 9, he's the best striker in the world. You know, so you give him chances, he's going to score goals. We've seen that. But I'll go back to what I said at the very start. He always wants to get better, and there'll be nobody more frustrated than him at not getting the service, than probably his teammates, because they know what he's capable of as well.
Yeah, we've got Savinho and Doku starting today as well, so we know that they're going to be putting plenty of balls into the box from Phil Foden as well. I'm sure we'll be hoping to find him. Now let's go to some Boxing Day memories. We've got a brilliant stat here that City have played 12 times on Boxing Day and have only lost once, which was to Leicester in 2018. So between 2002 and 2018, 1 or 11 games. But we're going to work through some of them. But before that, you were mentioning at the start of the show, what is it like for a player playing on Boxing Day? Is there a magic to it, Steve?
Yeah, I used to love it. There's just a different atmosphere in the grounds. There's a different atmosphere on the training ground. It was brilliant as well, because even if you were playing at home or away, you would get out the house for a couple of hours, because it's carnage back at the house. Yeah. Normally, if you were playing away, you would train, and then you'd have your kind of dinner with the family, and then get on the bus with the lads. And I used to absolutely love it. I mean, a lot of people sort of say, well, it's Christmas. Obviously, there's Christmas Day is not the same, and then there's Boxing Day, and then there's the New Year, like kind of games. Me personally, I'm pretty sure it's the same. It's just different, and it's got that, the air seems crisper and fresher, and it's just nice to get out on the pitch and kind of, get out there and try to put on a performance, because around the Christmas time as well, if you can send the fans home happy with 3 points, then it just makes everybody's Christmas, and that's just that little bit better.
Indeed. It was interesting as well. I think Pep gave the players, 2 days off, so they got Christmas Eve with the family, the day during Christmas Day, and then they were training here actually yesterday evening at 6:30 and staying at the ground. So I guess that's, in a way, actually now it puts them in that mindset for the game today.
It does, but that's on the coming in. I was listening to the radio, and people were trying to make a big thing that they were in the hotel last night and everything. They always are on a 12:30 kick-off. Yeah. So they're looking to pick things. But I'm like Steve. I used to love Boxing Day games. Even the training Christmas Day. Yeah. You're in for an hour, everybody's buzzing because it's Christmas. Yeah. You'll have a quick hour, little competitions, and you spend more time with your teammates than you do with your family at the same time as well.
Great.
Yeah. And the other thing is, you don't know any different. People say, "Oh, Christmas Day training, Boxing Day." You've done that since you've been a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So you don't know any different in what you're doing, and Steve said, this time of year there's a special atmosphere around the place, and you know, we always used to say, didn't we, we can have our Christmas in January.
Yeah. And do you both still miss it? It's played on Boxing Day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for instance, you know, I'm not a one like Christmas Day yesterday. I just had some nice food. It's not a case of, I think the very first Christmas I had off when I retired, I thought, right, I'm having a drink on Christmas Day because I'd never had one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, what's the big thing? So I mean, I'm not that bothered about it. I'm not like the Grinch or anything like that, but I do love the Christmas and the New Year period purely for the football. It's brilliant.
Let's take a look then and work through some of these. So this first one is 2002. Manchester City winning 3-1. And of course, legendary strike here as well. Marc-Vivien Foé, of course, to this day is number 23. He's still retired after he sadly passed away. Of course, always in the heart and fabric of Manchester City. Scored a double here with some lovely finishes. Steve, you played in this game. Does it vaguely ring any memories?
Absolutely none whatsoever. Can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone all them years ago. People ask me sometimes about different things, and I'm like, can't remember. My memory is absolutely shocking.
Even sometimes as well, when they bring up the footage and you're like, nope, still doesn't ring any bells.
No.
On Marc-Vivien Foé though, I mean, love Ali Benali as well there. Stop that.
Absolute wizard he was.
Some finish. What a player Marc-Vivien Foé was, Paul.
Yeah, he was. You know, God bless him. Had a bit of everything, Steve, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, just his smile used to like light up the dressing room, the changing room. The only unfortunate thing in for him is obviously he's number 23. Dunny was number 22 and I was number 24, so he had to sit in between me and Dunny at the training ground. Not the best move for him, to be quite honest. Me and Dunny at times was just absolute carnage.
As we said, his shirt had been retired here at Manchester City, so forever in the fabric of the club. Let's move on then to this next one. Big one, 2008. Manchester City 5, Hull 1. But after what has gone down as a bit of an infamous Phil Brown half-time team talk. Then we saw the same action again a year later when Jimmy Bullard intimidated his actions when he did the team sat in a huddle.
Caicedo.
But I mean, this was Caicedo's goals, Dunny there as well. Huge witness. Have you ever had anything like that at half-time? Sorry, by the way, Richard Dunn
What's
there.
he done there?
He's got a nosebleed there, hasn't he?
He was obviously out Christmas night if he's done that.
Yeah, that's true. He must have been.
Stephen Ireland. I mean, he was another.
What a goal that is, by the way.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Stephen Ireland was another one, Paul. That obviously was a little bit of magic, wasn't he? Superman, I think they used to call him sometimes.
That's that.
There he is. What is he doing?
Yeah. You need to have a word with him.
Have you ever been in a situation when that's happened to you, gents?
No, nothing like that. I've been sent out early from half-time
Yeah.
before when things haven't been going well. It's like, get yourself out there. Managers gave you a right rollicking and doesn't want to see you at half-time's performance, but that was just embarrassing. But then there's Jimmy, what a funny guy, doing it as well.
So funny. I mean, he's probably, maybe for the manager, but sometimes probably does more harm than good doing something like that on the pitch in front of all the fans.
It's kind of, he's kind of showing you up, really. So, yeah, the lads wouldn't have took very kindly to that.
That's more about the manager than it is about the players.
Yeah.
It's basically the manager, and I like Phil. Phil's a great fella, but it's like, that's for the fans.
Yeah.
It's been embarrassing for the players, and no wonder, Jimmy's took the mick there, because they must have been saying after the game, I can't believe
What was
that.
he doing?
Yeah.
You know, the boys whisper, you know what the boys are like.
Keep that one in the back pocket for the following season. Right, then we move to 2014. Silver the Snowman, we're calling this game. 3-1 win for City, but it was in a hell of a snowstorm at the Hawthorns. Yaya Toure and David Silva, star of the show. Let's take a look at this one here. There he is, the magician. Also, we had our very own Jolene Lescott in defence for West Brom this day. There he is.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Doesn't know if he's coming or going.
He's got to go to the ball.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know if he's coming or going.
He's chasing
now.
his
He's so busy pointing at people. You close down. You do it.
He's just giving up.
What a finish from Silva. We had a couple. I mean, remember, I don't think it was Boxing Day. There was a game when I think it was the ground staff did an incredible job to clear the pitch and get it ready. Have you ever played in any super heavy snow? I can imagine it's not the most easy. This is now at full time when it's really hit.
We played in snow where the lines have had to have been
Yeah.
cleared before and everything else, but nothing like this. Or nothing that's had to be postponed or players
There
work off
was
the
one
pitch.
when me and you were playing together, and I think we were playing Crew or somebody like that. And it was over the Christmas period, and the pitch was absolutely
Horrendous.
bone hard. And ultimately it got called off.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously now there's the undersoil. I mean, you look at the pitches now; it's like playing on bowling greens.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the pitches that we played on back in the day, dear me,
Nice feels, wouldn't they?
shocking.
Potholes in the pitch.
Yeah,
kind of
not
thing.
far off it.
Right, and then our final Boxing Day match you want to look back on was a 9-goal thriller. Manchester City 6, Leicester 3. This was in 2021. I mean, it was a frightening start in this game. City were 4-0 up within 45 minutes, stayed that way at half-time. Well, then Leicester scored 3 in 10 minutes to make it 4-3 in between the 55 and 65th minute of the second half. Wow, what a penalty that is, by the way. And then City go on to get another 3 goals to then make it 6-3. I mean, as far as Boxing Day crackers go, Steve, this is probably up there as one of the best.
Well, it's got to be, yeah. But I'm going to let Dickov go because I think he was desperate to say something, but he kept on cutting him off.
Sorry,
I
Paul.
had a little stutter there. We done this game, Kel. Do you remember?
I do indeed, yeah.
It's 4-0 at half-time. We're all in the studio.
We were
saying
bouncing.
Predictions for our second half. We're going 6, 7.
Then they scored
and then
3.
50 minutes, it was 4-3, and we're thinking, oh my God, what's going on here?
Well, we were thinking maybe we even get a little glass of champagne in probably to
Absolutely,
celebrate,
yeah, I
you know. It's funny that though, isn't it? The momentum shifts in games. When you're in the stadium, it literally can take one thing
doesn't
to
take
then
much.
just shift it in the other way, because we were dominant there.
But even at 4-1, we're like, it's all right.
Yeah,
And
we'll
it was
be
4-2,
sound.
then it was 4-3, and we're like, oh dear. Well, what's going on here? You went over to see your dad, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought if it had gone anymore, I don't know if I'd have come back and been able to do that show. But there we are. There's some great fixtures there from our Boxing Day period. Let's hope we're in for another one today. Lads are now warming up behind us on the pitch. Of course, we are welcoming Everton to the Etihad Stadium. Let's look at this lovely little piece of film now. This is from Jack Grealish, where he was looking at his food ratings for the old Christmas Day classics. Let's see how we go on.
Carrots. I like carrots, but not that much to be like. No, I'd have them on my Sunday dinner, but I don't want them. Mashed potato. See, this one's debatable because some people don't like mash, do they? I love mash, you know what I mean? Let's go 5, but I don't know if it's Yorkies, boom, 1. I have 100 of them, stuffing. I have 200 of them. Turkey, obviously you got to have a turkey in it because sprouts, you know what they say about sprouts? No, I actually like sprouts. Yeah, I swear that. Oh, pigs in blankets. Nah, they should have went top. Roast is banging, but they need to be done not. Nah, collie cheese, man. That should have went higher. Gravy. Oh, see, I've done this wrong, you know. I should have put carrots at the bottom, but to be fair, everything on there is nice. I don't really dislike anything. There we go.
He went too early.
He did,
He
yeah.
went too early.
Yeah.
What would you have had as number 1 for you?
Was the meat on there? Because
Was there any? I don't think. I think it was just the veggie and the trimmings.
I'm thinking
Oh, there was turkey. Sorry, I'm told there was turkey.
turkey. I'm not a big turkey. I prefer beef, chicken or pork. But pigs in blankets have got to be up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Roasties.
Yeah.
Yorkshire puddings. Do people have Yorkshire puddings on Christmas dinner?
Yeah. I mean, actually, we didn't have Yorkshire puddings yesterday on Christmas dinner.
No, I'm not a big...
What would you put as number 1?
See, I like a sprout.
There we go.
yeah,
I love
I do
that
like
from
a
you.
sprout.
I love
Yeah.
a sprout. Do you like a
He's
sprout?
always been different. Always.
I have to say as well, cauliflower cheese as well is a nice.
Yeah, my wife likes that. And then I'll just leave it there because it doesn't agree with her, if I'm being honest.
Right, that was brilliant. Now, carrying on with the festive theme, FG has been playing Santa today. We've had him out in Manchester. We've had him around the ground trying to give fans some prizes. So earlier on, he was at the Etihad Stadium, the Etihad store in Manchester, where he gave 3 fans the chance to win a signed shirt. They had to do a drawings of a player each. Then earlier on, he was at the blue carpet with 2 young fans, and one of them got the chance to be a mascot today. It was a young fan from Dublin who flew over on Christmas Day. So he's going to be coming out with the players a little bit later on. And now we can bring you another competition.
Hello everyone, FG again. I'm outside the main entrance and I've got my hands on loads of food vouchers. Listen, festive season, I think it's only right to go and show some love to our fans. So let's go for a walk then, shall we? And let's say hello, mate. Hello, young man. How are you? How's your Christmas?
Good.
Think we're going to win today?
Yeah.
Listen, what's your best, what is the best thing about the stadium and why is it the stadium food?
It's not the stadium food.
Do you love the stadium food or not?
Not very much.
He's a fussy eater. He's a fussy eater. Well, what about you, Dad? Do you like the food? Right, well, there you go. There's a food voucher for you. All right, okay. Right, we'll keep moving, shall we? Hello, young man. How are you? City going to win today?
Yeah.
What score are we going to win?
Wait, sorry?
What score do you think it's going to be?
I can't understand you.
What is the score today going to be?
3-0.
Who's going to score the goals?
Haaland, Foden, and Foden again.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
There you go, mate. There's a food voucher
Thank
for you.
you.
We'll keep moving, shall we? Over this way. Listen, the vibes at the main entrance. Hello. How are you? Listen, what's been the best bit about Christmas for you so far?
Here at the Etihad Stadium from Manchester.
Where are you from, sorry?
Belgium.
Have you travelled from Belgium for this game?
Yes, yes.
Oh, hello, Dad. Hello as well. Right, okay, I think that's only right that we give you some food vouchers. They'll give you one of these. Go inside the stadium and please redeem that. Of course, you're from Belgium. Who's your favourite Manchester City player?
De Bruyne and Foden.
Kevin De Bruyne, good choice as well. I'm Phil Foden too. Have a great day. All right, let's keep moving. Hiya, mate. How are you?
Good.
So you're going to win today?
Yeah.
What score's it going to be?
5-0.
How was 5-0? I love the confidence. How was your Christmas?
Really good.
Listen, so what I'm doing is I've got food vouchers in my hand right now. So I've been told by my producer to go walk round and give away some food vouchers. You just need to give me one reason why I should give you one. I'll just give you one.
Because City are the best team in the world.
That works for me. There you go, my friend. Have a great one. See you soon. Right, we're going to keep moving across this way. The main entrance, by the way, on a match day is an absolute vibe. If you pan round, you'll see how many fans there are here right now, and it's definitely a reason for you to come and check it out pre-match. Right, we're going to carry on walking. Hello, mate. How are you?
Thank you.
So you're going to win today?
Yeah, of course.
What did you do on Christmas?
Spend time with my family.
Most important thing. Listen, I've got some food vouchers in my hand right now. Do you want one?
Yes, please.
All right, nice and easy. There you go, mate. We'll keep moving, shall we? This way. Keep going to meet some of our supporters for the game today. He's loud. He's do that again to the camera. Go on.
Hello, mate. Hello, City!
City going to win today?
City's going to win for sure.
Do you want some food voucher? There you go, mate. Enjoy your food, all right? Simple as that. Listen, this is class. Basically, walking around, just giving people free food for the game. Let's go this way then, shall we? And inside the stadium, food vouchers, which means, look, food and drink for anyone. Perfect. Let's keep walking. Hello, young man. How are you?
Good.
Think City are going to win today?
Yes.
Who's your favourite Manchester City player?
Haaland.
And who are you here with today?
My dad and my granddad and my uncle.
With the family, are you? Whereabouts are you from?
New Zealand.
Whoa! You travelled from New Zealand for this game?
Yes.
Wow, how long was that journey?
How long?
28 hours.
So hang on a minute, right. So how many of you are there right now? There's 3 of you here, is there?
I'm here every week for 30, 40 years.
Well, I'll tell you what, sir. Let me give you a food voucher for the stadium. You can redeem some food inside. There's one for you, and for you, of course, as well. Thank you so much. Travelling all the way from New Zealand. So you're going to be the good luck charm for us today?
Here we are, yeah.
What do you think the score's going to be?
3-0 to City.
And, of course, you've been watching this team for 30 years, right? And it's an amazing... Well, much longer, you said, but you've been 50 years. So what do you make of Pep Guardiola and his era at Manchester City?
Unbelievable. It's a dream come true.
Listen, it's absolutely amazing for you to support us this way. We're going to keep moving this way. We're going to give away some more. Hello. Hello. I've got some food vouchers in my hand. Give me a reason why I should give you one.
Because we're massive City fans and we traveled all the way from America to be here.
Yeah, from Chicago.
You travelled from Chicago for this game?
For this game, yep.
Who's your favourite Manchester City players?
Rodri.
De Bruyne.
Roger and De Bruyne. You know what? Sold. There you go. Enjoy your food vouchers. Thank you very much. Let's keep moving. I've got some more to give away for inside. Hello, young man.
Hi.
Who's your favourite Manchester City player?
Haaland.
Is this your mum?
Yeah?
Do you think I should give you and your mum a food voucher?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a smart man, isn't he? There you go. I'll give that to you. You enjoy the game. That's available to redeem inside. We'll keep moving. Hello, mate. How are you?
Good.
I like your face painting.
Thank you.
So, Manchester City are playing Everton today. What score is it going to be?
2-1 City.
2-1 City. You know what? I wish I was young and I could watch Manchester City how they are now. What about you, Dad? What do you think we're going to win today?
I'm saying 6-1.
Okay, well, I'll take another 6-1. I'll take the positivity as well. Available to redeem inside. Enjoy your food vouchers. Let's keep moving this way. Hi, guys. How are you? City going to win today?
Of course.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Belgium.
From Belgium, and you?
Daventry.
Listen. We are seeing fans from all over travel absolutely everywhere. Who's your favourite Manchester City player?
Kevin De Bruyne.
I've got some of these vouchers available to redeem inside. Do you want one?
Yeah.
There you go, mate. There's your food for inside, and there's one for you as well. Right, okay, last voucher. Let's go and close off and give the voucher to one of our fans here. Hello, where are you from?
I'm from South Korea.
Have you travelled from South Korea for this game?
Yes, we're in honeymoon.
Oh, you're on a honeymoon? Well, listen, there's your food voucher. Go and get some food inside. Congratulations, and hopefully City win. What score is it going to be today?
Manchester City win. Always win.
Manchester win.
Manchester City win. That's all we want today. And listen, that was been a lovely segment where I've just given out loads of food to people. Didn't save one for myself, unfortunately, but fans matter.
Come to pitch side alongside me, the former City captain, Andy Morrison. Andy, when you look at the team sheet and indeed those on the bench, more injuries, more problems, more illness affecting the side. You've managed, both internationally and at domestic level. How do you keep spirits and confidence and all the other issues that come with the psychology of knowing that several of your colleagues are absent again?
Yeah, I know, Ali. It is tough. I think you take every game as they come, and it is old cliches. I know that. But that's where we're at. Every game is a new game. You deal with what you've got. You motivate. You prepare. You make sure that they're in the right frame of mind. And you go out and try and win a game of football. That's what's expected from City.
Do you think that they'll put things right today? Is this maybe a day that they can turn it around?
Yeah, I'm confident today. You know me, I'm always pessimistic, but I just think I've gone full circle, and I've got to be positive because I look at this. I feel Boxing Day fixture. It's got a fabulous feel to it. There'll be a lot of energy in the stadium, and I've got a good feeling today.
What particularly buoys you when you look at the 11 today?
Well, I just think on percentages, I think we're due a win. Do you know? I think I think they're stating the obvious, Ali, but at the moment, we got to find a way to win a game of football. And however that comes, it doesn't matter how ugly it is, we need 3 points. And then we need to move on to the next one quickly and get another 3 points. That's where we're at.
You talk about ways of winning a game. Everton's defensive record outstanding. They are 0-0 specialists, especially away from home. Is it obvious to state it's going to be 10 behind the ball and how to break it down?
It is, 100%. But they have the quality to change it. If it's 1-0, if they're 1-0 down, they will change it 75, that last 15-20 minutes to push on to try and make it 1-1. They've managed to keep the clean sheet, so that's kind of taken care of itself. They haven't come out of that pattern. What they do have is a defensive unit that are working together, something that we don't. I reckon we've had more changes. We spoke about this, Ali. More changes this season than any other team in their back four, whether it's the personnel or whether it's the system or how we have to play. It's really, really difficult to do that. We had a change at half-time in the last game. We lost Diaz before the game. And, I'm not making excuses, but I know the importance of familiar players around you to build that confidence, to get that understanding.
Is that the reason that Everton have been so successful, that they have that familiarity in the back line?
Yeah, definitely. And away from home, they're also very deep. And it's a lot easier to coach and prepare for a game when you just go, this is what we need to do, this is our starting points, this is who we're going to allow to have the ball, this is where we're going to force the opposition. Very much easier to do that in between games than it is to come up with a completely new way of playing against a team to try and go and score goals. Easier to destroy than it is to create.
Just a thought about the levels that City have been reaching. Have there been levels of performance that have maybe been better than results have suggested?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Sporting game, the Brighton game, you know, it should have been all over at half-time, but it isn't. We're not taking them chances, and then we're getting punished. And then you can feel a lack of confidence, you know, drain from the team very quickly when things start to go down. And we need people to be big and strong, people to grab each other on the pitch and go again, like, you know, because whatever happens, as long as you're the best version of you on the day, the result will take care of itself, and that's all we're looking for.
Just one thought before I ask you for your gut feeling about what we'll see today. You were one of those people when you were in the dressing room, when you were on the pitch, that people turned to when things weren't going particularly well. What did you used to draw upon to instill that belief that things can change, that things will get better? What motivates you?
You do what you have to do. I mean, listen, collectively and individually, it's all part of the makeup of a team. But you've got to look at yourself, and you've got to make sure the best version of yourself, and make sure you win that individual battle. Whichever battle it is today, full-back, wide man, centre-forward, centre-half, midfield units. Be the best version of you, then collectively in that unit, win that battle, and then over the 11 players on the pitch. And if we win them battles, we'll win this game of football. If we take our chances, you know, so there's so many different conundrums to win a game of football. But look at you, make sure you're the best version of you.
And turning full circle, will those chances get taken? Do you see a City win?
If we take our opportunities today, and I expect us to have 6, 7, 8, you know, an XG of nearing 2 goals I expect today in this game, the way they'll set up. We're going to be in their box on numerous occasions. Defence set plays well, and the counter-attack. And if we're clinical, we win this game of football today.
Thoughts there of Andy Morrison. He'll be on commentary duty with me later on, so make sure you download the app. But it's time to go and join our very own Santa. FG is spreading the love.
Okay, here we go. This is time for our new competition. We're going to be replaying 93-20, that Aguero moment, and we're going to be asking our fans in the stadium today to recreate the moment in their own commentary. If you do well and the people vote for you at home, which you want them to do, you're going to win tickets to a match right here at the Etihad Stadium in 2025. Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's go. Let's play the clip.
Manchester City is still alive here. Balotelli. Aguero! Oh! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it. Drink it in.
Wow, well done. There we go. There's our first entry. Let's go and find someone else, shall we? Okay, next we have Amir in the south stand. I mean, you're looking very blue. You said you remember the commentary. You're looking forward to winning some tickets or trying to win some tickets?
Yep.
Right, okay. Give it your all. We're going to play the clip right now. Hold that mic close to you, as close as possible, so everyone can hear you. All right, here we go.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli. Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again! So watch it! Drink it in!
Absolutely amazing. How do you think you've done? Happy? Why should the people at home vote for you? Look into the camera and tell them.
I'm the biggest Man City fan here, and I came all the way from the US.
Well, he came from the US, all right? So if you want this man to return to the Etihad, get your votes in. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.
Well done, my friend. Okay, I am joined by Ihsan. Ihsan, first things first, where are you from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. And how would you like the opportunity to win some more tickets to the Etihad Stadium in 2025?
A lot, like a lot.
Well, a lot. Listen, the power's in your hands. All you've got to do is recreate that 93-20 moment and see if you can do as well as Martin Tyler did in the commentary box. Right, okay, ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Let's hear your best.
Manchester City still alive here. Balotelli. Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it. Drink it in.
Wow, that was a really, really good entry. Listen, a quick message to everyone who's going to be voting online for you tomorrow.
All right, you should vote me because I love Manchester City and I came all the way from Atlanta just to see them. So I'd really be blessed if you guys help me win another ticket.
Well, listen, you enjoy the game today. Thank you so, so much. That was Ihsan.
Yeah, would.
That was good.
Be the flight fees.
There we go, right. Thanks, FG. Now there at the bottom of your screens, how you can vote for who is your favourite there. mancity.com/FG Santa. You can cast votes on all the other competitions as well that we've been running throughout the show, and make sure you make some of them young City fans' Christmases become all that little bit better with some of those awesome prizes. Speaking of, we're going to be giving you the chance to win this now, which is a signed Jack Grealish pop figure. What a treat. Bit gutted, I'll be honest with you, because I came into the studio and I thought, the team have given me a little Christmas present. They haven't. It's for you, which is, I'm happy for that, because I know it's going to want to use it at home. Now, how is this going to work? Well, we have got, obviously, alongside me, Paul Dickov and Steve Howie, and we're going to be asking you to do a little drawing on the whiteboard you have in your hands. How was art for you at school, Paul?
It wasn't my best subject. Cool. Well, actually, none of them were best subjects at school, to be honest.
Steve?
Pretty awful.
Cool, great. Well, this should be fun then. So, all we're going to ask you to do is draw each other. It's as simple as that. So, Steve, I'm going to ask you to draw, a little one of Paul, and Paul, you can crack on and draw for Steve, and they just work away there. I'm going to tell you as well that if you go to mancity.com/FG Santa, you have till tomorrow to vote on who you think the best picture is, and then
just going to draw a little man. Sorry, I'm just I'm just going to do a tiny little stick man.
And then we will be announcing the winners in our Matchday live show, which is against West Ham on the 4th of Jan. So remember, earlier on, where you've just seen the commentary challenge there, we also had the challenge of the lads drawing individual players, some people outside the Etihad store, and now Paul's trying to draw Steve, and Steve's trying to draw Paul. How are we getting on so far, Paul?
Not very well.
Concentration face there, though, from them both. Look at that. Steve, how are you finding it so?
Not good.
Okay. I feel almost like this could be a new calling. Paul's done. Just getting some final bits here. By the way, as a little update, the players have gone in to the tunnel for their final bits of preparation before they come out onto the pitch. So not long to go. We'll be getting some final predictions and thoughts from our guests after we've had this competition. Steve, nearly done. Just a bit serious there.
I am.
Here we go. I've got to say, all right, we're going to give you a little 10,
there you go.
20 more seconds. We've finished here from Steve. Okay, shall we do a reveal together? In 3, 2, 1. Class. So, do you want to talk us through, Paul?
I've just put his kit on, so I've not seen him for a while, and that was his club foot.
I was going to say.
Just get one more for the viewers home so they can. So is Steve Howie with his club foot? It seems fantastic. Steve, you talking through, Paul?
I've done quite well with his face.
Yeah,
I'm happy with
but that's a pint, and that's a wine.
Well, there we have it.
Steve's one hand's down on that.
Go and cast your vote on mancity.com/FG Santa, and that is where you can also vote on all the other competitions throughout the show. And one of you could be winning a signed Jack Grealish pop figure. Great stuff. You've got until tomorrow to do that. Winners are going to be revealed on the 4th of January. That's when we're bringing you a Matchday live show as we take on West Ham. Right, let me just recap our starting 11 for you. If you've just tuned in, thanks for joining us. Not long to go. Ortega is in goal. It's a back four of Rico Lewis, Akanji, Ake and Gvardiol. Kovacic is holding alongside Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. Out on the wings, Jeremy Doku on one side, Savinho on the other, Erling Haaland down the middle. Just quite interesting when we was in the competition there. We were just watching the final bits of warm-up, Paul, and usually if you get to come to the ground, make sure you get early so you can watch some warm-up. Really with City, we know they love the rondos and a bit of shooting practice, and that's it. But we saw there was actually a drill on there today, Paul. Talk us through what we was just seeing.
Yeah, usually we're sitting here, look, we've got a great view and we just see the lads finishing their rondos and having a few shots at goals, but they're actually doing a crossing finishing session. It looked like the full-backs and the wide players putting the ball in the box. Erling Haaland was in there already. two of the midfielders, which was Bernardo and Phil, were joining, and the opposite wide man coming in. It just really, look, when things aren't quite going your way, you're looking to change little bits of things, and maybe they've spoke about it. Might have came to Pep, might have came to the coaches, might have even came to the players, or a collective thing to say, look, just before we go back out to sit for the first half, let's put it in a match situation. I know it's unopposed, but sometimes it'll be interesting to see, look, if we score from the wide player putting the ball in the box, and there be it, it's worked.
And I guess, Steve, as well, actually, you know, we're not used to seeing that, but maybe for this game against Everton as well, we're thinking we're going to dominate position a little bit more, so it's, if they're crowd in the box, maybe a ball in over the, you know, from the side as a cross is a way to get it to maybe Haaland or one of those 2-3 players that Paul mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, if the ball goes in the box plenty of times, you know, you got law of averages tells you something's going to drop.
Yeah,
I think they call it POMO, position of maximum opportunity. So get the ball in. You know, you get the ball in 20 times, you might get 1 or 2 chances out of it. So yeah, just that drill there. I mean, it could come off a defender, it could ricochet a defender, fall to one of the City lads. So of course, yeah, just get it in there.
Haaland, as we know, not had a goal in a few games, but he's got Doku and Savinho out wide as well. Phil Foden behind him. Feels like if there's ever a fixture, he does love scoring against Everton as well. Feels like this could be a great fixture, and I hope for my fantasy, getting back on the score sheet, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely, and I hope it is today. I mean, even, I know it's unopposed in there, but I don't think he missed one of the balls that came into the box to him. So from a centre forward's point of view, repetition hitting the back of the net's the best thing you can do. So hopefully he'll carry what we've just seen there and into the game.
Yeah, that's it. Haaland here has scored in all 3 of his Premier League fixtures against Everton, 4 goals in total. Steve, just word on that man on your screen. Pep's spoken about his love and admiration for him. I think we needn't say the love that Manchester City fans have for him as well. Can play any position. He's a cheeky man on the pitch, which is one of my favourite things, but also doesn't stop running and working hard. Captain as well for Bernardo Silva today.
Yeah, not surprised. I mean, I think he's a wizard. I mean, he's fantastic on the ball, and as you said, not only that, he's not one of these players that, yes, he's brilliant on the ball, but he's not prepared to run back and do the hard graft. You know, because nobody really wants to do that, but he does that. He works ever so hard for his teammates. I would imagine he's an absolute pleasure to play with. Yeah. You know, I don't know him as a person, but you know, you hear different things. Apparently, he's a fantastic lad as well, and so rightly so, the captain, 100%.
That's it. I think he is one of the most popular players in the squad and with fans as well. Now, as this is one of the last fixtures of the year, there'll be an in memoriam taking place at this game and all fixtures around the Premier League across the next couple of days. Of course, remembering those players we've sadly lost throughout the year. One of them we wanted to just mention here on the show is Kevin Campbell, striker who obviously played in the Premier League for the likes of Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Everton and West Brom, played over in the Turkish League, the Football League for Arsenal, Leyton Orient, Leicester City, Cardiff City, and of course also capped 4 times by the England under-21s. Paul, a man you know.
Yeah, just a goosebumps going through me there. Would light up any room that he walked into. You know, from a personal point of view, when I was a young kid at Arsenal, Kevin had just come out of the youth team into the reserves, and he really took me under his wing and looked after me and showed me the ropes on and off the pitch as well, because he did like to enjoy himself, but just a super fella. And as I said, he would walk into any room everywhere, a big smile on his face, and just be the heart and soul of wherever he was. Yeah, God bless him.
Thank you, Paul. Well, love, thoughts and condolences to Kevin Campbell's family, and of course all those we've lost throughout the year as well, and we'll be taking that moment here in the stadium. Before, lads, they're on the way out, so I need to be quick. Predictions, please, for this Boxing Day match against Everton.
3-0 Man City.
3-1.
Love that. Right, it's a Manchester City win, back to winning ways indeed. Just a quick reminder as well, mancity.com/FG Santa to vote on all our competitions, and make sure you come join me, Paul and Steve at half-time and then at full-time when we're going to be talking about that City win. Thanks for watching us. Merry Christmas to those celebrating. Come on, City.